Hello, Jackie Duran, your Scentsy consultant, and today I wanted to go over Bring Back My Bar testers because Bring Back My Bar, remember, happens twice a year. So in January and July, we actually have Bring Back My Bar. So that's when we bring back the 20 most popular voted upon scents by consultants and customers alike, and we feature those just for one single month. It's a very exciting time, and we can really get a lot of parties booked and going with this, and I think it's a really great promotion that Scentsy allows us to do. Plus it's fun for those of us who are Scentsy addicts ourselves. Me. So anyway, this is a really easy, inexpensive way, and this is the best way I've found to kind of stretch the Bring Back My Bar scents. As consultants, you know, we can't order a tester set, is what we call it, but it's all 85 or all 20 of the bars for $85. We can actually buy those prior to the month, so if you haven't already ordered yours for January, you'll want to get out there and do that. But what I'm going to show you today is how to do this tester set by only using one cube from each of the 20 bars. One cube. That's it. So the only things that we're going to need are, I'll show you these are the little pots that I make my testers with, and they might look familiar because they're actually like the little pots that you see when you were a kid and you were doing painting and things like that. So you see they come in a big long string like this, and I actually buy mine at Michael's. I get 18 containers in one package, and they are $1.99. So I can pick these up really, really cheap, especially when I have my Michael's coupons. So that works out really, really well and very economical. Basically, other than that, what I use to actually label the front of mine is my trusty label maker. This baby goes with me everywhere I go. It's like another child to me. So I have my label maker. Scissors, of course, because actually when I make the labels, and you'll see here's one right now for White Sands because that is the cube that I'm going to start on next. Very nice, by the way, one of my favorites. And so what I do is I actually pull it out of the label maker, and then I just trim it down so it kind of fits a little bit better on my little pot. So I'm going to show you here what we do, or what I do. Again, we all kind of have different methods of making Bring Back My Bar testers. This is just mine. So please feel free to have fun, use it as you'd like, share it if you'd like, whatever happens to work for you. So I'm just taking my scissors and I'm cutting one of the pots off, right, from the string. And then I take it, and you'll see right here on the edge is a little bit of a sharp edge. So I just kind of take my scissors and cut the sharp edges of that off, because not only do I not want anybody to get their fingers stuck on it, that's unpleasant, but I want them to look nice and pretty and not just chopped up on the edges. So there we go. Okay, so we've got our tester pot. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your cube, and you are going to cut your cube into fourths. So you'll see I just cut it halfway, or in the middle, and then I'm going to cut that piece in half. I'm going to do that for both halves, and so when we're done, there we go. Okay, so when we're done, we now have 4 pieces of 1 cube, right? So we're actually going to only use 1/4 of a cube for each pot. Then all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little paring knife, and I am just cutting the cube up into pieces, or the 1/4 of a cube. Remember, we cut it into fourths. So I'm taking one of those fourths and cutting it into little pieces. Okay, so you'll see now, sorry, I should have brought my tripod out. But what I'm doing now is I'm just taking the little pieces of the 1/4 of a cube that I just cut up, putting it right inside my little paint pot. And 1/4 of a cube actually fills a paint pot up, oops, perfectly. One last little piece. Okay, so now we have a perfectly full little paint pot. So once I've done this 4 times, because remember we have 4 pieces of 1 cube, I'm going to put these in the microwave all together, put it on a little plate, put it in the microwave for about 20-second intervals. So I'm just going to hit 20, let it go, and I'm going to keep doing that until it is melted all the way. And one that I have already done earlier, you'll see. So once it melts, you now have, just like you would if you were actually using one of your regular testers. So now you actually have a little tester. You take your label and you just put it right there on the front. Oh, and that smells so good. Snap the top closed, and there you go. You have your perfect little tester. So by the time you're done, you'll of course have a whole bunch of these. You'll have 20 to be exact, but you will have 4 sets of 20. Again, because we're only using 1 cube out of each bar. How economical is that? The only other thing I do special for Bring Back My Bar is I do specific pouch parties. And so I will actually make up pouches and send those out and get those circulating and moving around. I do those in limited quantities because, again, I'm making these testers. So it's a lot of long labor of love that I'm putting into these tester sets that I'm passing out. So I will do at least 4 sets of those, get those circulating, okay? And then for the rest of them, I will actually make myself what I like to call my master set. And then my master set is what I carry with me, because even though I have pouch parties out circulating and doing work for me with my hostesses, and they're out there earning their own rewards, I personally want to do my own pouch party, so to speak. So when I go out for work, during the day when I'm out running errands, anything like that, I carry my purse or my day bag. And in there, if I'm not carrying one of my pouches with me, I'm carrying my little star container. And I think I picked this up at Michael's using a great coupon, so I probably got it for a couple dollars, to be honest with you. So it's just a little star, and then I put my little paint pots in there, put the top on it, and I can carry it with me. Again, it's small enough that I can fit it in my purse or my bag, whichever I'm carrying that day, and be ready to go. I, of course, have catalogs with me as well. I carry a majority of product lists with me because my catalogs I like to save for parties and for my hosts. But for economical reasons, I will just use the product lists and carry those around too. So I'm kind of a walking party in motion at all times. I think that's a really good thing. Not only are you out there branding yourself and people are asking you about Scentsy, but now you can say, oh hey, we're doing Bring Back My Bar this month. Do you want to smell one? Come on, let's sit down and smell some. Let's go over here, if we're in Target, hey, let's go over here and grab a coffee at the Starbucks, and we'll sit down and we'll smell some testers. So it's a really fun way to be able to answer people on the go, have it with you. They're small and convenient, and again, it's very economically fit for me and my business to make these little tester pots and have them going and working and still be able to have tons left over at the end. Anyway, I hope that this maybe helped you, gave you some ideas. Again, my way is not the only way out there. There are many others. So feel free to use this as you wish, what parts of it work for you. And I'd love to hear your ideas too. So feel free to shoot those down there in the comment section below. Have a great January. Happy Bring Back My Bar month, and I will talk to you soon.